Hey, morning. It's kind of early in the morning. I didn't realize how not light it would be. So we'll see how this YouTube video turns out. Should be okay. Anyway, I'm out here today because I want to do some cleanup. There's some trash down on the gully I want to take care of. And then there's also a lot of just dog poop. I don't know what's up, but people do not clean up after their dogs, and it's been getting worse and worse. So we're just gonna clean up everything as we walk today, and just gonna talk about some things. So kind of a talking head video where I'll be cleaning up and just kind of messing around. So you're more than welcome to stick around if you want or not. Kind of up to you. So here's the gully we're gonna be cleaning up. See some trash there, over there. We'll get it cleaned up. Beautiful morning. I only ended up bringing a single trash bag. I thought there would be plenty of space and a single trash bag to clean all this mess up. I was wrong. I ended up selling my XT250, my Yamaha 2021 XT250 2 days ago. So I bought it for 2,800 bucks, and it was kind of clapped. The front wheel bearings were messed up. All the spokes were super loose. Needed tires front and rear. Did the brakes. The forks were leaking. Redid the forks, like rebuilt the forks. We did a lot. Posted most of it on the channel on the stuff that I did. So bled the brakes, got new brakes. Did a bunch of stuff to it. Probably put a total of about, with registration and everything, put a lot of time in it, but only put about maybe $3,200 into it. Ended up selling it for $3,000. So the guy got a deal. But there were a couple things. I think the steering tube needed some help. And I told the guy all this, and I needed a new battery. It was gonna be a good bike, but it still needed some work to get it really, really tight. And I thought I'd be able to clean it up and make it feel a little bit better once I did like the front end stuff, but it didn't really work out. So it was gonna be a little bit more work than I wanted to do, and it just didn't feel like a bike that I wanted. I love the engine. Like, I could climb up anything on that thing, and it felt so good because it's so short. Just feels like a little scooter, and you're so confident on it. If you mess up, you can just put your feet down. I love how it carried its weight. So the weight distribution, the center of gravity is very low to the ground. So it feels so good when you're lifting it up after you crash or something. So yeah, I ended up selling my 2021 XT250, and there's a couple of reasons. One is that for me, it was pretty short. I didn't realize just how it was just really, really good for, I mean, people who could be like 5'6" even, like her with fairly short inseams. I mean, you can flat foot that thing any day of the week. It's actually kind of short for me, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If that was my only bike, I'd be happy with it. But I have the luxury of having options, and I have my WR250R, which I enjoy very, very much, and it's a better bike. It's got better suspension. It's got better brakes. Just essentially everything about it's better, except for the engine, I'd say. People will argue me on that 100%. I just love how much of a tractor the XT250 is. The WR has way more punch. It's way nicer. And I love, like with the WR, like the titanium valves, valve maintenance every 26,000 miles. Like, that's insane. The XT was like every 3,000 miles, 7,000 miles, I can't remember. It's very short. The intervals were very, very different between the two. So, yeah. Anyway, and I'm just that kind of guy. I'll end up selling my WR2 at some point, even though it's awesome. It has one flaw for me, and that it's loud. I'm gonna sell it because it's loud. Really, it's like, I don't want to put earplugs in. And maybe I don't want a motorized bike at all. So that's where we're at. Well, it happened again. My GoPro decided to overheat. It was only 75, maybe 78 degrees that morning, and my GoPro just overheated. So, like I was mentioning, I ended up selling my XT250, and it was great. Lost a couple $100 on it. Not a big deal. It was really nice that I was able to sell to a guy who was getting into dirt biking. So he'd been a street rider, kind of like myself, and he just wanted to dip his toes into the wonderful world of dirt. And I was excited to help him out. So now, what happens now? I've got my WR250R, which I'm probably going to sell eventually. I have it posted. I don't have it for an extremely cheap price. It's a fair price right now. It's about $3,400 for it. That's essentially what I paid for it. I'm just gonna get out what I put in for that one, and I'll probably end up either not having a motorized vehicle for a while. Well, not a gas motor anyway. I'll have my e-bike for a while and just ride that around. Because the issue that I was having is it was a good problem. I had too many bikes. I had too many bikes that I wanted to ride, and I didn't have enough time. So what I would end up doing is I would ride each individual one just so I could get some seat time in them, make sure they're working properly, and just get fluid running through them, and just get them all running. But it'll be nice once I kind of clean out my stable. I'll have either an electric bike I can ride or my analog mountain bike that I can ride. So really the only complaint I have with the WR250R is that it's loud. And that's a personal preference. I don't know if it's the tone, but it's just a little bit too grating on me. And I need something that's really, really subdued. Probably like a CRF 250L or something that has, no power, has a really, really good stock muffler on it that's just quiet. I really just need a sewing machine that I can ride around. The Honda Grom is perfect in terms of how loud it is. That's how loud I want my motorcycle. I want it to be very, very quiet. So either I need an electric bike or I need just a really, really down on power 250 or 300. I think my preferred bike would be a KLX 300. That would be sweet with a stock muffler. If I'm going to get any bike moving forward, that's probably the one I'd look at, because Yamaha doesn't make a 300. I mean, I guess I could go with the Honda. The problem with the Honda is that the suspension isn't good enough for me. Kawasaki has a little bit stiffer suspension and some adjustable suspension right out of the gate, and that's why I would look at that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.